Hi, I'm Lindsay.
And I'm Allie.
We're reading the poem Autumn Thoughts by John Greenleaf Whittier. Um, so here it goes. Gone hath the spring with all its flowers, and gone the summer's pomp and show, and autumn in his leafless bowers is waiting for the winter's snow. I said to earth so cold and gray, an emblem of myself thou art. Not so, the earth did seem to say, for spring shall warm my frozen heart. I soothe my wintry sleep with dreams of warmer summer and softer rain, and wait to hear the sounds of streams and songs of merry birds again. But thou, from whom the spring hath gone, for whom the flowers no longer blow, who standest blighted and forlorn, like autumn waiting for the snow. No hope is thine of sunnier hours, thy winter shall no more depart. No spring revive thy wasted flowers, nor summer warm thy frozen heart.
So the overall structure of the poem is 4 stanzas. The first stanza is 4 lines long and it has a sad tone to it. The second stanza is 8 lines and it's the only one that has like a hopeful tone to it. The next 2 are 4 lines again and they still have like a sad tone and loss of hope tone to it.
So in the first stanza, Whittier gives personification to all the seasons. He says that spring and summer are like the past. It's a way, and he uses that as like the past love or lovers. And usually when you think of spring and summer, you think of like warmth and new beginnings because it's like everything is blooming again, and it's usually thought of as like a happy time. And then he says that autumn, he says in his leafless bowers, which means leafless shade. So like think of a tree like it's empty and all alone. And he says that autumn is waiting for the winter's snow, which is like it's waiting for emptiness and coldness. Next stanza is the longest one. It's 8 lines, and it's the only one with 8 lines in the poem. And the narrator is talking to the earth, and this kind of represents like him talking to a friend. He says that he is so cold and gray, and that's like the representation of him as he sees it. And earth is like, no, you're fine, like there's better things that are coming. And so after that, the narrator thinks of, he's kind of hopeful. He's like, he'll sleep with dreams, there's softer rain, there's warmer sun, there's the sound of streams and happy birds. This is all like hopeful things that can happen, and he begins to think differently than he did in the first stanza. And in the third stanza, it goes back to being 4 lines, and the first line says, "From whom the spring hath gone, for whom the flowers no longer blow." And this is talking about like his like love is gone now, and it's not there anymore. And then he says, "Who standeth blighteth and forlorn," which blighted means infected, and forlorn means like sad and lonely. So he's saying basically that in the next line it says like autumn waiting for the snow. So like he's saying waiting for the snow, waiting for the future basically is just not a good time. It's sad, it's lonely, and he doesn't want to do it. The next stanza, which is the last stanza, and it's also 4 lines again. This one is talking about like complete loss of hope, like he has no more hope. And the one that really shows this loss of hope, I guess, is the second line, and it says, "Thy winter shall no more depart," which means like he doesn't want to stay in the winter, but like he's staying in that frozen and gray, bad time. And then it says, "No spring revive thy wasted flowers, nor summer warm thy frozen heart." He'd is basically saying that there is nothing that will help anymore, that everything is just going to be bad for the rest of his life, basically.
So the overall meaning of the poem is that whenever you close yourself out to love, that everything stops, not physically but mentally, and there's nothing to look forward to in the future, and then there's no excitement in the anticipation.
So in conclusion, Whittier is typically known as a anti-slavery or like a colored writer for poems, and I think this one's interesting because it shows emotions of hope and love, but then it also shows like the sadness and grief that people go through the analogy of the seasons. And I thought it was really beautiful with its use of imagery and personification of things to portray something that is indescribable feeling to many, which is love.